Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the cEDH cast. My name is Ian, and with me, as always, is my co-host Braden.
Hello.
We're here for another Greedy Keeps today, and we are talking about the Red Hot Menace. We're talking about the only mono red entry on the cEDH decklist database. Let's talk about Godo.
You guys can't. I gotta.
Is that the hang time? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Godo energy.
Yeah, I feel that. There's definitely a correlation with me on the cEDH Nexus when it's been like one of those days where I'm playing at like 3 a.m. I've had a couple drinks and Godo's my deck for that time of night.
Godo is the easiest deck to pilot when incredibly intoxicated.
Yes,
It's even
definitely.
easier if your opponents are also intoxicated. So if you count it correctly, they don't notice.
Exactly.
So if you want to accidentally cheat while drunk, Godo is the deck to play. 10 out of 10
Yeah.
would 10 out of 10 doctors agree.
Godo's also one of those decks that like just kind of gets you out of nowhere, which I really enjoy. Like sometimes people you'll be on like a streak of disrespecting Godo, and then like there's those games and someone just plays the Godo and they win.
Is
It
it
just
out of
happens.
nowhere? Do people not know?
People, well, you'll see when we go over these mulligans, but people overestimate their ability to predict Godo. I think they will often not really account for the fact that some rituals make 3 mana. Some people are just particularly overly confident when it comes to facing a Godo, and I think that's where the deck gets its
Yeah.
little victories.
I'm always terrified of Godo. So the first time I ever played against Godo, I was at GP New Jersey, and this guy named Phil, friend of the show, maybe I don't know if Phil considers himself friend of the show, but I'll say he's a friend of the show. Uh, he always plays Godo at like GPs to grind for event tickets, and like the first time I played against Godo, we went on turn one, and I was like, "What is this?" And then over the weekend, I think he went like 11-3 in the EDH
Wow.
pods. He like did like a write up on Reddit that you can go find if you're interested. Um, so the next time around, it's about 4 months later. There's another GP in New Jersey. I go there, but in the 4 months, I've taught a ton of people to play cEDH, and like we all go. And I'm like, I'm like hanging around. And my friend comes over to me, and he's like, "Oh, warning! I had given them all a warning about Godo. I'm like, you guys, no one here plays Godo, but you should understand that Godo is actually a cEDH deck, and you'll lose to it on like turn one or turn two if you're not careful." And one of them like walks over to him, and he's like, "Braden, I lost before my first turn against Godo," and I was like, "Yes, yes, yes." So
That's hilarious.
yeah, I love Godo. Godo's like my pet deck. I'm never gonna play, but I'm always rooting for Godo. And whenever I'm playing against it, I just assume they have it, even when they don't. And they're like, "I
Yeah,
don't have it." I'm like, "Yeah, all you need is a treason sugar. You have it." So
fair enough.
sorry for that long tangent, but I love Godo. So I love to hate Godo, but I really do love Godo. It's a one sided love hate relationship. All right. So at the end of this video, we're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff for the Mythic Society giveaway we're doing. I'll announce the winner right
Hmm.
now. It is Marabeeves. Uh, so if you're Marabeeves and you're seeing this video, you won $25. We also posted it in our Discord, which you're a member of because you had to be a member. So yeah, congrats on winning your $25 from
Woo!
Mythic Society. We're going to be doing these for the next 3 weeks. So this one, there's going to be a new one next week and the week after. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
And Braden, can you tell our people out there in the audience how they could win $25 from the
yeah.
society?
We're going to do this at the end of the video too. But there's a Google
Ooh.
Doc down below with a bunch of information in
Hmm.
it. You just go do that, and you'll get there.
Nice. Okay.
There's also a video we recorded that goes into like way more detail if you don't want to wait till the end of the video or you don't want to skip ahead or so. I don't know. If for some reason you want to do that, there's also a video we made that describes everything. So,
Sounds
uh,
good.
and then we'll go over it at the end. So, all right,
Let's do Godo.
Godo, waiting for Godot, as they say. All right, here's the first seven. It's a Seething Song, a Mind Stone, a Hammer of Nazan, a Mountain, an Imperial Critter, a Mountain, and a Metalworker.
So the sand is so tough because it has all of the good medium-sized Godo cards, right? It has like Recruiter to go get Treasonous. It has Seething Song, which is a great mana. It has Hammer, which speeds up your combo. But you don't get to do anything until basically turn 4, if like anything relevant.
Yeah, on
So
turn 4 you win, I think, because you can play the Metal Worker
yeah.
on
Oh, on turn 4
3.
you definitely have it. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
um, this was like, I feel like a turn 3 win is actually kind of fair in Godo. Like, it's at least somewhat acceptable. Maybe not in
yeah,
the first 7. Like, if you had some form of acceleration that let you
right.
play the Metal Worker on 2, tap it on 3, then Seething Song,
Totally. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that'd be pretty reasonable. But
Even like a Jeweled Amulet would make this hand a lot better, but it's like,
yeah. All right,
mm,
let's go. Let's go to our next 7.
yeah.
Simian Spirit Guide, Mana Crypt, Chrome Mox, Gamble, Red Elemental Blast, Mountain. This hand's pretty absurd,
Uh,
actually, right? Like,
yeah. Because the as many Goto players know, the thing you gamble for is always Treasonous Ogre.
can you play it
So
the turn if you discard a mountain? Can you play it the turn you
no,
put
you
it?
can't. Well, because I think the smart move is to exile the Spirit Guide under Chromox, to be honest.
Okay, but
Uh,
you could go for it. You could go. You have
no, because you have to pay for gamble.
yeah. You put the mountain.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so yes, you could go for it on turn
You
1.
have a 50-50
Uh,
shot of winning on turn 1 with this hand.
okay, but no, that's not true because there's so many cards you have you can discard that would make this so much worse.
No. So what you go is you go turn 1 mountain, Chromox, Exile, Red Elemental Blast, Mana Crypt,
Yep.
Simian Spirit Guide.
Okay.
So now your hand consists of uh,
Mountain
Gamble,
Red Elemental
Mountain.
Blast.
No, you exile the Red Elemental Blast to Chromox.
Oh, that's right. So
So,
Gamble Mountain.
and then wherever you drew.
Oh yeah, and
So,
whatever you draw.
you have a 66% chance of winning the game
Yeah,
on
that's
turn
fair.
1. On turn 1.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
That's
like you just do
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you lose, you cry and you still have a ton of mana.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you just pray.
This hand
But
is
this is, I
sick.
mean,
This
yeah,
hand
this
is
is this
so
is the kind of
sick.
hand that Goto players absolutely love. It's just you just go for it. Sometimes you get it.
It's awesome. So if people don't know what Treasonous Ogre is, we should
Yeah.
probably say, because like it doesn't make sense. How do you have a
Yeah.
1 card combo in this deck? So Treasonous Ogre lets you pay 3 life to make a red mana, and you need 11 mana.
Right.
Is it 11? Is it
You need 11, yes.
11?
Yeah.
11
6 to
mana.
cast Godo, 5 to equip Helm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you put Helm on the Godo, you make infinite Godos, they all have haste. Well, the
Yeah.
copies all have haste, they all attack, and blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. So,
Infinite damage.
yeah. Infinite Godos, too.
Truth, truth.
Alright. That was sick. Let's go again. Alright. Mountain, Jeweled Amulet, Goblin Weldon, Treasonous Ogre, uh, Grim Monolith, Final Fortune, Thunderclap. Turn 2 win, right?
No?
Really? You can play the Treasonous Ogre, right? Oh, you need one more.
How?
You need to play. You need a. You need one
You
more
need a
red.
mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of live hits off the top. There's a lot of cards you could draw. This hand is a
Yes.
Treasonous Ogre in it. It is a turn 3 win. This is a turn 3 win, right?
No?
Yeah, you go turn.
Oh yeah. If you can just play tree. Yeah, so turn 1 you charge the Jeweled Amulet, turn 2 you play the Grim Monolith, and then turn 3 you play Ogre.
Yeah, and then it's a turn 2 win if you draw a land off the top 2 cards.
Yeah, I mean it's an all-in hand.
You're on Godo!
Yeah, I
And
guess.
you have removal for a Draenith Magistrate?
Well, no, because then you sacrifice your only red source and.
Well, you make the mana and then you Thunderclap.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to go for it, especially because if you, as you said, if you do hit a land, you just win the game.
Yeah. Or Mox Opal. Or Chrome
Or Mox Opal. Not Mox Opal.
You go to turn 1, Mountain, Jeweled Amulet. Turn 2, tap the Amulet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, not playing it turn 1. Yeah. Playing it turn 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right.
It's too early in the morning for Godo math. I can't.
All right. So Mountain, Blast Zone, Sweltering Suns, Duretti, Conqueror's Flail, Blood Moon Mountain. This seems pretty bad.
That's Yeah, this is one of those hands you never keep. I mean, there's just no acceleration. Second seven.
Grim Monolith,
Huh.
Twin Flame, Prismatic Lens, Helm of the Host, Lotus Petal, Gamble, Crystal Vein. This is like hyper awkward.
Yeah.
I'd say
I
no.
don't I don't think there's really any way you can keep this. All
Oh
right,
no.
six.
Hammer of Nazan, Helm of the Host, already Ancient Tomb, Chalice, Pyroblast Mountain. You can go
So,
turn one Chalice, which is like kind of
yeah,
absolutely
I was just about to
nuts.
say that. Unfortunately, shut off your own pyroblast, but this is six, right? Or no?
Yeah. So you can
This is
bottom
six.
the Helm, which is like
Yeah, because
kind of
luckily
nice.
Hammer of Nazan speeds up your clock a lot, so you can play that on four and then or on four mana, and then as soon as you play Godo, you just win the game, which is nice. Which is good because that speeds up the math. So this is definitely like I wouldn't fault anybody for keeping this six and just tucking the helm. However, you can go greedy with Godo. Like I've seen people win on fours, so.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I would go down to five here.
Right. I think the turn one Chalice is like pretty busted. Not
That's
sure
fair.
most decks
Yeah.
can beat that, like actually. Um, but at the same time, you need 4 mana to play Hammer. It's like turn three, if you get
Yes.
lucky. Yeah, this probably just isn't there. Let's go to five. Oh, oh, no
Hmm.
lands.
Well,
Mox Diamond,
guess we're
Pyroblast,
going to
Mystery.
four.
Yeah, let's just go for. Mountain, Welding
Uh,
Jar, Deflecting Swat, Gamble, Possibility Storm, Twin Flame Mountain.
you know what this hand says? This hand says keep two lands, a gamble, and a deflecting swat, maybe?
I
I
like
think
Twin
you're good.
Flame. It turns
Twin
on.
Flame's also good because it cuts down the mana requirements.
Yeah.
Um, I would be more inclined to keep SWAT since you're already at four. It's nice to have that sort of backup, but
You're never going to be able to cast it, though.
what do you mean?
I guess when you go for it, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's for when you
yeah.
go for the combo. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a sad hand. I don't even know it. I don't know if it matters what we
So,
keep here. I don't think you're winning. You know? It doesn't look good.
yeah, probably not. No.
Alright.
I mean, you do gamble for Ogre, which isn't bad,
Yeah.
but
You're not going to meet her at 4. I mean, I don't know. I'm not happy about this hand. Alright.
yeah,
Let's go
well,
to.
0-4.
Yeah. First 7. Mountain, Gemstone Cavern, Simian Spirit Guide, Lion's Eye Diamond, Everflowing Chalice, Magus the Moon, Wheel of Fortune. I actually like this hand a lot.
Oh, yeah. I
Seems
love
sick.
this hand. Yeah, you. So I think you exile either Chalice or Magus, and you just wheel turn one after playing an LED. Like, that seems real good.
Do you crack the LED, or do you?
No, because you don't need a hand for your combo turn, so I usually just save it for actually trying to win the game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. All right, all right. That's a good
Yeah,
7, right? Yeah.
turn one wheel seems great with an LED. That's like, all right.
Yeah. All right. LED is basically Black Lotus in this deck.
Yeah.
Buried Ruin, Blast Zone,
Hmm.
Gemstone Caverns, Mountain, Arcane Signet, Blood Moon Mountain. I think this is probably too slow.
It's too slow, but it's nice. It's yeah. I mean, I think that's all there is to it, though. I don't think you're not gaining any advantage by keeping a hand like this. So I think we can get greedier.
Hammer, Blood Moon, Gemstone Caverns, Inventor's Fair, Buried Ruin, Stranglehold, Final Fortune. This hand's actually kind of cute. There's no acceleration though, but you do have the turn one Gemstone Caverns.
Yeah, but you're not doing anything. I no, I don't think you can keep this. You're not casting anything. You
If
cast
you
a
had
Blood
a
Moon turn two.
if you had a 2 mana
Like,
rock, you could cast the turn two Stranglehold, which is like kind of
oh, that's
insane.
way better, right? But like, you
Yeah, you
can't
just don't.
guarantee that turn two rock. Yeah. All right, six.
Sequester, Stash, Possibility Storm, Mountain, Carkland Ironworks, Ricochet Trap, Inventor's Fair, Everflowing Chalice. This is also just very
Hmm.
slow. There's no. Yes, there is a mountain.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the earliest you're doing something is turn like five.
yeah.
So I just think there's no way you can keep that.
All right.
Go to five.
Thunderclap, Defense Grid, Mountain, Great Furnace, Brass Squire, Horn, Worn, Shaku, Braid. There are actually some really interesting cards in this hand. Brass Squire and Honor, Worn, Shaku are both like rituals that don't look like rituals.
Yeah.
Honor, Worn, Shaku.
Although they don't work well together, to be clear. Shaku helps pay for the equip cost,
Yeah, that's true.
whereas Brass Squire just lets you equip it. So I mean, Brass Squire is way better than Shaku, to be clear. That
Yeah.
it saves you like 5 mana.
Yeah. Well, this
So
is a 6, right? So we can bottom
I
the.
believe this is a 5.
Oh, it's a 5. We can bottom the
Yeah.
Honor, Worn, Shaku then and just keep the Brass Squire.
I think you probably bottom Thunderclap and Shaku. I'm not normally one to bottom Thunderclap, but you're already so behind you can't afford
Yeah.
to really be losing lands here, and you have a braid anyways.
There's an
So
argument you're supposed to keep Honor, Worn, Shaku just as like a 3 mana rock because there's just no acceleration in this hand.
totally, yeah, I see that.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
All right. Let's
refresh.
Go to 7. All right. Possibility Storm, Mountain, Braid, Imperial Recruiter, Metalworker, Goblin Engineer, Expedition Map. This hand's so awkward.
One land, no acceleration. You can't even crack your expedition map. Yeah, I mean, just get it out. It's not. We're not doing anything with it.
Mountain, Wheel of Fortune, Sweltering Suns, Mountain, Argentum Armor, Adventurous Fail.
These have been so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you can't. This is unkeepable. You don't do anything.
Welding Jar, Helm of the Host, Mountain. This is our 6, by the way. Welding Jar, Helm of
Yep.
the Host, Mountain, Chrome Box, Basalt Monolith, Wheel of Fortune, Manifold Key. This was actually like fairly close. Manifold Key and Basalt Monolith's kind of sick. Wheel of Fortune's pretty sick.
Yeah. The Chrome Mox having the exile wheel is so sad.
I don't think it exiles. I think you're gonna draw some cards before you need to exile the.
Yeah.
Right. You have at least until
That's what
turn
I'm
2 because that's when you play the Basalt Monolith and then play the.
Right, you can just play Manifold Key
Yeah.
Pass. I think you definitely tuck Welding Jar. Welding Jar is a card I'm super underwhelmed by in general. I find that there's way more bounce than artifact removal.
You're gonna keep Helm the Host in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, so you actually lose a mana on the combo if you keep Helm of the Host in your hand, because instead Godo gets Hammer and Mizan, and you just play Helm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it actually reduces the combo by 1.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So Welding Jar, Helm of the Host, Mountain, Chromos. All right, yeah, I think you're gonna draw a red card. It's pretty likely.
We hope.
All right. Go to 7. Defense Grid, Mountain, Dwarven Ruins, Pyrokinesis, Mountain, Thunderclap, Brass Squire.
This is definitely one of those 7s we can afford to throw away.
All right.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Blood Moon, Emergent Zone, Prismatic Lens, Hammered Nizan, Mountain, Everflowing Chalice, Dockside. Well, there's a Dockside. That makes it pretty likely this hand is good enough.
Depending on the pod, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even just like a Dockside into... I mean, I don't know. I think, yeah, Dockside's going to play a turn 3 Godo relatively often, I'd imagine, right? Like a turn 2 Dockside...
turn 2 Dockside
into a...
making, what, 3 mana? Yeah.
No, I mean, 3 mana is... I feel like 3 mana is very low.
To be honest, that's what I'm seeing lately. It's like turn 2 Dockside's making 3 mana. That's it. Like...
We played a game just the other day where it made like 8 mana.
Yeah, no, in the pods where everyone's greeding the hell out, sure, it sometimes makes that, but I think relying on that for mulligans is not a smart decision. And it depends on the pod once again. I mean, if you are in a pod in which that's the case, like if you're playing against like, I don't know, Kenrith, like you're not going to get a ton of artifacts and enchantments out of that deck, but playing against Blue Farm, yeah, you snap keep the hell out of this. I still think this is a keepable hand in general because Dockside has the ability to yield very high. And as you've seen with a lot of these hands, a lot of the hands are gambles, mostly because of the card Gamble. But that's the play style of the deck, right? So I think you still keep this hand because the potential of it is extremely high.
Yeah.
Especially because Hammer is on the field. So you actually only need 6 mana to win if you play Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hammer's sick.
Hammer is very cool.
It's really, really neat.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, we can do one more.
All right, mountain, sequestered stash, metalworker, pyroblast, deflecting spot, pyrokinesis, magus. There's no acceleration
Too
here.
slow, yeah. And even Metalworker doesn't work. Yeah.
Gemstone, cavern, spell, stone, mountain, 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 mox opal, conqueror's flow. I actually kind of like this.
For a fair hand, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
not bad at all. Also, Conqueror's Flail, if for anyone who hasn't played it, that card is gas.
it's kind of
It's
insane.
it's the colorless Grand Abolisher, and when your commander cares about equipment, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I
The Conqueror's
agree.
Flail is there's there's sort of a misconception that like if you stop Godo working once, it doesn't work. Conqueror's Flail is definitely the card that makes the second and third attempts actually legitimate. There's a lot of times where I'll have like Godo's ETB still in the stack and someone does something to Godo for whatever reason, I'll grab a Conqueror's Flail instead. Or, there's a lot of situations where this actually comes up and Conqueror's Flail is just an MVP.
Yeah, conqueror's flow sick, especially like if you can attach it immediately. Like it's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so do you keep this?
Yeah, definitely.
All
Definitely.
right. So that is the end of our, great keeps for this episode. Do you have any thoughts on Godo in cEDH? What do you think of it?
So it's really sad because post Flash, I think Godo was in a great spot. There was a lot of people still sandbagging, and there was just those opportunities where we had these like grindy mid range fests, and on the first couple turns, there was a lot of these mid range decks just tapping out for Ristic Studies or Bloom Tenders or Faber Elders, and there was a lot of that going on. And in that space, Godo was awesome. Like Godo was just able to like sneak games out of nowhere because people were like, "Well, I gotta play my Faber Elder." But since that is no longer the case, I think Godo's not as well positioned as it once was. Just because there are a lot of people playing like the Turbo Nas decks, and Godo against like Blue Farm is not a great matchup at all. Like it
Yeah.
just feels bad.
One thing I will say though is that the interaction suite against uh, Adnon's decks is not the same as Godo. So like your miscast against Godo is not going to be particularly useful.
Yes,
Just as an
yes,
example.
totally. And that is one thing in the benefit. I think people are, because of the decks speeding up a lot, we are not holding up the luxury of having like these 2 mana counter spells that hit creatures, which is kind of why Godo thrives in general as a cEDH deck, is because it's creature based combo basically. So
You
you
cast one
don't have
spell.
any.
Like
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to fight it on the stack, it's very hard.
yeah, a negative though. A negative for the whole like Blue Farm thing is that their deck is filled with bounce spells.
Bounce spells. Yep.
And those
Yep.
just make Godo a really sad
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Those are
So
always tough.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
we have
So if people see Godo and they're like, "Hey, that's a really awesome commander, and I want to buy that," for the first time ever, Godo is available in the new frame in foil, along with Hammer of Nazan, because
oh,
of
you're
Double
right.
Masters
Oh, that's
and
actually
Basalt
sick.
Monolith. There are so many foils now available for Godo. I know because I compulsively picked up all of them. But if you're like
Show
me,
off your big Godo. Show it
oh
off.
yes, this is the oversized Godo. Also, if you want to spend like $1 on the TCG Player store,
Why?
um,
When did that get printed as an oversized commander?
Commander Arsenal, I believe.
Why?
I have no idea.
Helm wasn't even printed at that point. Who was
Yep,
playing Godo?
I don't
Who
know.
was the
Yeah,
audience for this?
but if you want to oversize Godo, if you want a shiny new foil Godo, if you want a shiny Basalt Monolith or a Hammer or a Rolling Earthquake, all Godo staples. They just got printed Double Masters, and if you use that TCG Player affiliate link in the show notes down below, you are supporting this channel, and you yourself can wonder why you have a big Godo.
Yeah. And then the one other thing we have going on is we have our Mythic Society giveaway. So the Mythic Society is like a store and event runner, and they're running events for
Hmm.
Commander. Uh, there's one tomorrow because today's Monday.
Yeah.
And you should check that out. In addition, we're doing a $25 giveaway each week associated with them. So if you watch this video and you check in the description, you'll see a whole bunch of information about the giveaway, and you'll see a link. You click on that linky, and you'll be entered in. You gotta enter your Discord. You gotta be a member of both Discords, but you'll enter. We just had someone win $25 store credit. You'll win $25 store credit, maybe. Do it.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching our episode of Greedy Keeps, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.